As of February 2023, The Little Prince has been translated to over 500 languages and dialects. It is the most translated book in the history of humankind, second only to the Bible. And with it being just under 80 years old, the sheer scale of the book's popularity and the speed at which it attained it are probably going to stay unmatched for centuries. Hello everyone, my name is Sean and welcome to my channel where I talk about languages and the princes who speak them. Now, statistically speaking, if you're watching this, you've probably read The Little Prince as a child, or at the very least you've heard of it. In case you haven't heard of it, it's a book about a boy, the little prince, who lives in an asteroid and one day decides to go traveling the universe. He encounters many different characters in his journey, each teaching him some sort of life lesson. And all in all, it's a book about friendship, loneliness, sadness, and love. And it became an absolute worldwide sensation in a matter of a few decades. It was written in 1943 by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, a successful pilot who sadly died just about a year after finishing the book, and he never lived to see the insane success that The Little Prince would become. But his legacy will surely live on forever, as at this point, The Little Prince has become a worldly cultural icon. In any case, because of the crazy amount of translations, some people have found a hobby in collecting all of the different editions, resulting in some absolutely insane collections that I think everybody should know about. There's a website called petitprincecollection.com, which is basically a virtual archive and catalog by Jean-Marc Probst, who owns the world's largest Little Prince collection, which he began collecting in the 80s. His collection has grown so large that in 2013, he started a foundation which contributes to new translations and publications. Honestly, it's pretty fun just going down this seemingly never-ending list and exploring it all, but there's a few noteworthy things that I really wanted to share with you all, so let's do it. Here we have the complete list of translations ordered alphabetically, which, as of me filming this video, is set to contain 6,631 distinct editions in 537 different languages and dialects. First of all, what I'm most impressed with is the sheer amount of lesser spoken, endangered, and extinct languages that this book has been translated into. I mean, we got Ainu, we got Breton, Chukchi, Elfdalian, Ancient Greek, Komi, Karaim, Ewen, Vimishorish, Sanskrit, you name it, and so many more. Now that's of course incredible and all, and if you're familiar with my channel, you'll know that these types of languages are my favorite, but there's a different aspect that I find very fascinating in the variety of this collection. You'll notice that some languages, generally the more spoken ones but not always, will have a great number of incredibly specific regional varieties and dialects. Here we have the regular standard German translation, but then we also have the Aachen dialect, the Appenzell-Innerrhoden dialect, Baden-Alemannic, Baseldeutsch, Bavarian, Berlinisch, Bernese, Carinthian, Cimbrian, Düsseldorfer, Eastern Frisian, Eastern Pomeranian, Erzgebirgisch, Franconian, South Franconian, Frankish, Öpin, Hünschburg, Marburg, Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, Kleinwalsertal Valley, Rhone Mountains, Vogelsberg, Hamburg, Hessian, Heinzisch, Hungarian German, Kolsch, Lower Alemannic, Middle High German, Münsterlandsk, Upper Austrian, Old High German, Palatine, Pennsylvania German, Low German from Humling, Mennonite Low German, Ruhr District, Saarländisch, Swabian, Tyrolean, South Tyrolean, Upper Saxon, Upper Wallis, Uri, Viennese, and Zürichdeutsch. Now, obviously, I know German is an absolutely massive language with a million regional dialects and varieties, but I don't actually speak any German, so I have no way of knowing how different they actually are to each other. I mean, sometimes it's the difference of like the next village over, which may seem redundant because on one hand, how different from each other can they be really, you know? But on the other hand, I think it's pretty damn cool because it really illustrates the diversity we got going on here. And I just love exploring it all. I'm assuming it's easier to understand some of them if you're from a region that's close to some other ones, you know? But there are just so many and it blows my mind. If anyone knows more about the differences between all of these German varieties, and especially specifically how the Little Prince editions differ in these German varieties, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Now, we have a similar thing going on with other languages as well. When it comes to Italian, we've got pretty much every single region, as to be expected, and I'm pretty sure this list is even longer than the German one, so let's take a quick second to appreciate it. Macerata, Mantovano, Massa, Milanese, Molisano, Montebelluna, Napoletano Putteolano, Parmigiano, Porgini, Pesarese, Piemontese, Reatino, Reggiano Alpino, Reggiano Arsano, Romagnolo, Romanesco, Sabine, Siciliano, and moving on. We also have loads of Arabic translations, though I'm kind of surprised there aren't even more, because in general there are more Arabic speakers than German and Italian combined, and any speaker of Arabic will tell you that the amount of regional dialects across the Arab world is never-ending, so hopefully more to come. Also, loads of Spanish translations, including Spanglish, which I just love that El Little Príncipe exists. We also have 5 different Quechua varieties and 6 different Mayan varieties, which is rather unexpected, but I love it. But the strangest / coolest ones to me in this category are Sardinian, with a whopping 10 different varieties, which is wild. I mean, the book must be really popular in Sardinia. But then we also have 28 different varieties of Occitan. Occitan Alpine, Occitan Gascon, Occitan Croissant Bourbonnais Saint-Pierre-le-Beau, Occitan Croissant Marchois Castro-Viscontam-Lyon. Like, again, if anyone watching this speaks Occitan and can shed some light on the insane amount of regional varieties, please grace us with your knowledge in the comments. Moving on from the list per language, and there are so many more things to explore in this collection. For example, there are hundreds of multilingual editions, meaning it's 2 or more languages in the same book side by side, which is perfect for language learning. You got Arabic English, Bulgarian Spanish, Ancient Egyptian French, German Lower Alemannic and Alsatian Lower Alemannic, Yiddish and Hebrew, Chinese, French and English, Nahuatl, Spanish and English, which this one sounds so cool. I really want this one actually. Moving on, we've got Braille versions for the blind. We got Hindi Braille, we got Galician Braille, Tamil Braille, Czech Braille, and so many more. There's another section in the site called Exceptional Books, and this includes, among others, a book autographed by Saint-Exupéry's mother, a Bambara language version, which is the only book in the entire collection which actually features the little prince pictured as black-skinned. We have an Arabic version written in Hebrew letters to help Israelis learn Arabic. We also have a unique specimen section, and this includes an edition of the Little Prince in English, autographed by Che Guevara himself in 1959 after the Cuban Revolution. Turns out there's actually a line in his biography by Ernesto Guevara which reads, "One day he was locked in the bathroom for so long that the military unit began to worry. The Che was reading The Little Prince." Who knew that Che Guevara was such a fan of The Little Prince? But this is just additional proof that shows that The Little Prince transcends all ages, cultures, and languages, and is just a unique phenomenon in the literature of the world. Next, we have a list of 27 editions written in different languages, but transcribed using the most random writing systems out, and it just blows my mind. Like, Indonesian written in Cyrillic script, English Pythagorean numerology, French Morse code, Italian widget symbols, Spanish gender-inclusive language, Norman written in verse, English Ouroboros from Star Wars, Turkish color alphabet. What the hell is a Turkish color alphabet? I'm having a great time. In conclusion, this is one of the coolest websites I have ever found, and all of this is just a tiny part of all the list of translations and special limited edition versions, and it just goes on and on. And if you happen to be a collector yourself, there's also a section for books wanted and books for trade, and links to other websites of other collectors, and I highly recommend you check all of that out because all of this is super, super cool. Link in the description below. All in all, I think this is absolutely wonderful. The more languages, the merrier, and I hope it keeps going on for years and decades to come. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. Please read The Little Prince, and if you're a speaker of a language or a dialect that is not yet on the list, maybe consider translating the book yourself and adding your translation to the growing collection. With the absolute speed at which this was achieved relative to the Bible, which has a few thousand years over The Little Prince, it'd be really cool to see where we're at a few hundred years down the line if this keeps continuing like this. Maybe The Little Prince will overtake the Bible in translation. You could make a religion out of this. That's it from me. Hope you have a great day and a wonderful night. Peace out.